Hi, I'm Lauren. So in video 2, we are going to do just finding the lengths of distances between graphs, vertically and horizontally. So this is a common concept that people keep making mistakes on, and also how to find an x value and a y value when you substitute into graphs. So remember, that comes up with calculus, with maxima and minima, with normal functions, and it's little questions like that that pupils have major problems with. Okay, so in video 2, we are going to do a common concept that people struggle with, and it's finding the length of lines between graphs. So, not the straightest lines, but let's say we have f of x equals x squared minus x minus 6, and g of x equals x plus 1. So let's just draw this quite nicely. This one, if we factorize, would be x minus 3, x plus 2, which will be x equals 3 or x equals minus 2. So there's minus 2, and there is 3, and there is minus 6, and my graph will look something like that. Okay, I don't like that. Let's just redraw that. Okay, that's my turning point. Okay, now that is, we label it, that's f, and g would be minus x plus 1, so it is something like that, and that's g. And let's say I say to you, I want you to find the length of PQ. And PQ, they'll tell you, usually is a vertical line. So first of all, what we would have to do, and let's say they say to us PQR, let's say they say to us OR is equal to 2 units. So let's say that's over there is 2. So now we have to find the coordinate of P. So this is very important. P and Q. P and Q will have the same x value. It will be 2. Why? Because the same x value goes all the way up that line. Okay, so P will have the coordinate 2 and something, and Q will have the coordinate 2 and something. So to find the coordinate of P, we put 2 into the straight line, because it lies on the straight line. So we're going to say G of 2 is equal to 2 plus 1, which is 3. So P is the point 2 and 3. And we do the same for F, because Q lies on the F graph, which will become 2 squared minus 2 minus 6, which is 4 minus 8, which is minus 4. So Q is the point 2 and minus 4. Now, the minute you find out a coordinate or point, this goes for anything in maths, write it on the picture, because your brain does what it sees. Okay. So now the length of PQ, okay, is always the top y value minus the bottom y value. So we're going to say top y value, so PQ is equal to 3 minus 4, which is 7 units. And remember always to write units. Okay, so very important. If I ask you for a horizontal length, let's call that A and B. A horizontal length is just, you can count how many units. So AB, there's 2 units. Remember, it's not negative 2, length is always positive. So if we have, there's 2 units here and 3 units here. So how much is AB? AB is 5 units. Okay, so it's very important. Vertical is top y value minus bottom y value. Okay, and to always, so often a common question that people ask me is, if I said to you find an x-intercept, you always make y equal 0. To find a y-intercept, you make x equal 0. To find an x value, just a simple x value of a coordinate, you substitute the y value into the equation, and therefore, like what we just did, to find a y value of a point, we substitute the x value into the equation. All right, So remember, vertical length is always top graph or top y value minus bottom y value. And if it was just in terms of graphs of a vertical length, you say top graph minus bottom graph. Okay? And this is very important when we're talking about maxima and minima in calculus. And in this case, the top graph is g, so you'd say g of x minus f of x. And you get a new equation, so you'd say x plus 1 minus x squared minus x. And remember, you always use your brackets. So it becomes minus x squared, x plus x is plus 2x plus 7 is my new equation of PQ. That would be my new equation of PQ. So it's always, remember, if we're only dealing with equations and we don't have the value, it's always top graph minus bottom graph equals new equation. I hope that helped. Remember to make notes, make little summary notes for yourself, and don't make these silly errors in your papers. Enjoy. See you in the next video.